Are there penalties if I get half of my husband's retirement accounts in the divorce? I have a lot of clients ask me some version of that question. Hi, my name's board certified divorce lawyer Christopher Bruce, and let me tell you what you need to know about taxes and accessing retirement plans after the divorce. Taxes and retirement plans is an area where you have to be very careful. The reason is if your divorce settlement is not structured correctly, you can pay pretty high tax penalties. If your husband has one of these tax-deferred retirement plans, we're talking about an IRA or a 401k or something like that, there can be quite severe tax penalties if those accounts are accessed before your spouse reaches age 59 and a half. Basically, the withdrawals from those accounts are taxed as ordinary income, and there's an extra 10% penalty on top of that. However, you can divide these accounts and avoid all of those penalties if you follow the right steps. Federal tax law allows IRA accounts to be divided in a divorce without incurring these penalties as long as money goes from your spouse's retirement account to a similar type of an account that you established to receive the money. As an example, if your husband has an IRA account, you can get money from that IRA without incurring any type of tax penalties as long as the money goes into an IRA that you set up to receive the money. As it relates to 401ks or pension plans when your spouse is still working, this can all be done in a similar fashion. It takes a special type of court order, usually called a qualified domestic relations order, called a quadro. It's a mouthful, a lot of legal gibberish here, but bottom line is, if you deal with it the right way, these accounts can be divided without incurring any type of tax penalties. You have to be really careful with this stuff. If you have retirement accounts, you're going to be paying your spouse off in the divorce. You have to make sure you're super careful with this stuff because you don't want to get divorced, pay money to your spouse from your accounts, and then turn around and realize that you owe money to the IRS. A couple of other things to keep in mind with taxes and retirement accounts. Number one, just because you receive money from a retirement account and it doesn't trigger taxes automatically, do keep in mind though that money in a retirement account is not the same as money in a checking account or savings account. The reason is typically to get money from one of these retirement accounts like an IRA, to withdraw the money, it's going to incur a taxable event. Whereas if you have money in a checking account and you take money out, you're not paying any taxes on that withdrawal. Just be aware when it comes to structuring your divorce settlement that money in a retirement account is not the same as money in a regular checking or savings type account. Second thing to be aware of with taxes and retirement accounts is if the money is in a regular brokerage account, there could be built-in capital gains. As an example, if you have a brokerage account and there's an Apple stock in that brokerage account and the value of that stock is higher than when the stock was purchased, when that stock is sold at some point in time, it's going to trigger taxes being due in the form of capital gains taxes. A lot of gibberish here. Some of this tax stuff is, I don't know, mind-watering, but it's important that you either know the details of how this stuff works or hire an attorney who understands the tax consequences of dividing a marital estate. Some people can get divorced without an attorney, but if you have retirement assets, almost always the cost of dividing those assets the wrong way is going to be far more than you're going to pay an attorney to assist with your divorce. I hope this answered your questions about taxes and retirement accounts and divorce. If you have more questions, put them in the comments below. Like or subscribe for more of this content and check out all of the free resources in the description. We have divorce books available for free at divorceinformationbooks.com. You can learn about divorce strategy, learn about the divorce laws, learn about how to get organized for divorce, and a bunch of other stuff. If your divorce is going to be taking place in the Florida area, I welcome you also to contact my law firm, myself, or one of my law partners. I can sit down with you, get your divorce questions answered, and more importantly, give you a strategy for approaching your divorce with confidence.